Welcome back to the Inkling, where we're still sorting through all the innovations, news, and print industry gossip around FESPA Berlin. So you spent some serious time on the floor this year, wading through the crowds. What's another company that really grabbed your attention?
Oh, yeah, it was intense. There was one booth, though, Sprinter Plus. It was just perpetually packed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, seriously. Trying to get close enough to even, talk to their team was a mission. Didn't manage it properly until the second day.
Wow. Busy.
But when I did, it was worth the wait. The team was fantastic, just running demos like crazy nonstop and patiently answering everyone's questions, even with that massive crowd.
Okay, sounds like they definitely had something everyone wanted a piece of. What was creating all that buzz?
It was their new printer, the Sprinter 1000.
Sprinter 1000, right?
And the core thing here, the real insight, is how it kind of fundamentally changes the economics for print shops. Especially, for those tricky short and medium print runs.
Ah, okay. Making short runs profitable. That'll definitely get people talking. How does it actually do that?
Well, first off, the performance is pretty impressive. It's fast. We're talking over 25 meters per minute, according to their specs.
25 meters a minute. Wow.
Yeah. And while still delivering really high quality, 1200 by 1200 DPI.
Yeah.
So you're not losing detail for that speed.
Okay. Good combo. And what about media flexibility? If FESPA's always about what cool stuff you can print on.
Exactly. And this is where it got really interesting, I thought. Beyond your standard paper and cardboard,
Yeah.
it handles a huge variety. They were calling some of it exotic media.
Exotic? Like what?
Well, I saw samples right there at the booth printed on, like cotton, cork, foam boards, even wood and non-woven material.
Well, I'm printing on wood or cork, just like that, on demand.
Yeah, it really opens up possibilities, different textures, different surfaces. Pretty wild.
Definitely. And wasn't there something unusual about the print head, too?
Yes, that was maybe one of the most eye-catching features. It has this rising printhead capability.
Rising print head. What does that let you do?
So what it means is it can print directly onto fully constructed cardboard boxes.
No way. Like a finished box.
Exactly. Imagine seeing like a mail-ready package just sitting there, and the printer adds a high-quality address or even a custom design right onto it. Watching the demos was, genuinely impressive.
Huh. That seems huge for things like fulfillment centers or maybe even in-store custom stuff.
For sure. But back to making those short runs work, you mentioned something about zero setup. Yeah, that was their big headline. Zero setup, zero downtime. Basically, you load your material, whatever it is, and you're pretty much ready to print.
Okay.
And that eliminates needing to charge clients those, often really high setup costs just for small jobs.
Right. The setup often costs more than the prints themselves on short runs.
Precisely. So this makes printing, say, 50 or 100 custom items genuinely profitable for the print shop. Whereas before, you might have had to charge them for hundreds they didn't even need just to cover your time and costs setting up the press.
So it removes a major barrier, really, for both the print shops and their clients. How does that play into, building client relationships?
Oh, it's massive for loyalty. Think about it from the client side. You need, 75 custom gift boxes for some last-minute event.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Right. Most places might just say no or, quote, a crazy price because of that setup hassle. But a print shop with this Sprinter 1000, they can say, yeah, sure, no problem, and actually make money doing it.
Okay, I see.
So that client, the one who was maybe tearing their hair out trying to find someone for their small project, they're going to remember who helped them out.
Makes sense.
And down the line, when they do have a bigger, maybe more standard project, they're much more likely to go back to the shop that accommodated them on that short run. It's how you turn solving a small problem into a long-term relationship.
That makes perfect sense. So is this capability, this flexibility, causing a stir in the wider market? Are people talking about it?
Absolutely. There's definitely a buzz. It's seen as filling a really significant gap in the market.
How so?
Well, it lets businesses of all sorts of sizes, smaller niche shops, but also bigger print houses, looking to add services profitably take on work that just wasn't really feasible before. It's not just about doing the same jobs better. It's enabling entirely new print applications that most places just, couldn't handle.
Interesting. What kind of innovative applications did you see or did they talk about? Stuff beyond the usual FESPA fare.
Okay, so think outside the, standard banners and brochures. With this tech, you could potentially do things like print unique designs directly onto gift boxes or bags right there in a retail store while the customer waits.
Wow. Instant customization.
Yeah. Or printing shipping addresses, maybe custom branding, directly onto packages during the actual fulfillment process.
Streamlining things.
Totally. Or allowing product manufacturers to print realistic mock-ups onto actual box materials on demand right in their own office or studio.
That'd be useful.
And making, say, personalized giveaway boxes at events without needing to order and store huge amounts of pre-printed stock. It just brings that high-quality custom print much closer to the point of need.
Okay, lots of potential there. And the machine itself, is it one of those massive industrial units that takes up half the workshop?
Surprisingly, no. That was another point they made. It's relatively compact. The brochure mentioned dimensions, something like 160 centimeters wide, 130 centimeters high, weighs about 100 kilograms.
So manageable.
Yeah, definitely fits in most production spaces.
Yeah.
But they were also stressing it could even fit in an office environment or a design studio, maybe even back of house in a retail shop.
Flexible placement too, then.
Right. And it's plug and play, designed so you don't need a load of complex support machinery around it. Oh, and they did make sure to highlight the use of eco-friendly inks too, which is always good to hear.
That sounds incredibly versatile, both in what it can do and where you can put it. So for our listeners who are intrigued now, thinking about this technology and the possibilities, where should they go to find out more?
Sure, you can check out Sprinter Plus and the Sprinter 1000 printer directly on their website.
Yeah.
That's sprinterplus.com. And remember, plus is spelled out, P-L-U-S. So Sprinter, P-L-U-S.com.
Got it. P-L-U-S.
Or you can reach out via email. The address is sprinter@sprinterplus.com. Again, that's sprinterplus.com. I think, the real takeaway here isn't just that you can print short runs profitably now. It's more about how this kind of tech shifts the conversation. You move from just being a print supplier to being more of a creative problem solver for your clients, opening up completely new ways to serve them.
Really fascinating stuff. Thanks for sharing that deep dive from the show floor. Don't go anywhere during the ad break, as there is plenty more hot news from FESPA still to come.